Good evening. Today is September the 11th, 2025. You're at the City of Opa-locka CRA meeting. Mr. Clerk, can you call the meeting to order, please?
Roll call. Chair Russell,
Michael.
roll call. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Testing 1, 2. It's not working.
There's no mic.
Oh, I think I heard you.
Would you like for me just to speak loud enough for everyone to hear?
Yes, go ahead.
Roll call, Commissioner Santiago,
Here.
Vice Chair Williams,
Present.
Board Member Taylor,
Here.
Board Member Bass,
I am here.
Board Member Kelly, Board Member Irvin, Board Chair Russell.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay.
One second, Madam Chair.
Yes.
Can we see if IT can fix the mics before we start?
Yeah,
Yeah, they won't be able to hear us online.
Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2.
Can Mr. IT hear us? Does he know what's happening?
Chris,
Yep, nope, didn't hear it. Okay.
Undo.
can't hear in here, but they can hear on.
Okay. That's doesn't.
Testing 1, 2.
Pretty good, but we'll move right along. Roll call is done. We're gonna have a moment of silence, but we're gonna ask,
There you go.
Mayor. We're good?
Yeah.
We're gonna ask, Board Member Taylor, after the Pledge of Allegiance, would you give us, pray, and with all the things that's going on in our country today, let's remember also a word of, prayer for the 9/11, okay? Stand, please.
So God, we thank you for bringing us together one more time in your name. God, we ask that you touch the city of Opa-locka. We ask that you touch our country, God, and we ask for peace. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mr. Director, are there any add-ons?
I would just like to add on one thing under discussion item. I would put discussion item number 2 would be update on property manager.
Okay, can someone, so do we need to have a motion to add that on to the agenda for tonight, please?
I believe so.
Yes, we can do it via
Okay.
motion if there's,
All right, can someone?
I'll move the addition.
The second.
Okay, it's been motioned and second by the whole board. Mr. Clerk, roll call, please.
Board Member Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chair Williams,
Yes.
Board Member Santiago,
Yes.
Board Chair Russell. Oh, I'm sorry. Board Member Bass,
Yes.
Board Chair Russell.
Yes, motion passes. Okay,
Madam Chair,
yes, sir.
do we have any copy for whatever we added now?
I'm just gonna talk about it. It's just a
Discussion item.
No problem.
Okay, we're going to move to the approval of the minutes from the last meeting in June.
Move it.
Moved by
Second.
Board Member Taylor,
Second.
second by Board Member Bass. Any discussion? Anything needs to be changed? If not, roll call, please.
Vice Chair Williams,
Yes.
Board Member Santiago,
Yes.
Board Member Bass,
Yes.
Board Member Taylor,
Yes.
Board Chair Russell.
Yes. It's now open for public comments. Seeing none in the audience, public comments are closed. Mr. Director, can we move on to the resolutions, please?
Yes, ma'am. You want to read the resolution? Resolution number one, you want him to read it into the record? Or you just want me to explain?
Oh, I think the attorney needs to read it into the record, please.
A resolution of the Board of the Opa-locka Community Redevelopment Agency amending and approving and adopting an amendment to the Opa-locka Community Redevelopment Agency's proposed general operating and tax increment fund budget for the fiscal year commencing October 1st, 2024 and ending September 30th, 2025 for the allocation of certain funds for the Rose Titus Prayer Garden and to reallocate funds from the contracted services to the Rose Titus Prayer Garden as set forth in Exhibit A, and directing the interim executive director to transmit a copy of said amended budget to the State of Florida Oversight Board, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for severability, providing for conflict and repeal, providing for Scrivener's error, and providing for an effective date.
Madam Chair, if I can explain this item?
Yes, please.
So this is what they call a CYA item. We had a bit of a disagreement with well, let me go back. You'll recall that probably back in June, we did a budget amendment where we defunded where we took the savings from the Roadsiders Park and we put those funds into other contractual services. Okay, because we were done with the park and the city was taking over. I knew at that time that there were outstanding invoices that we had to pay for the park, but I wanted to take the funding out and put it into other contractual services where I thought, and I still think, we can pay the last invoices out of other contractual services because they were other contractual services. Unfortunately, the state disagreed. When we went to go pay the invoices, they noticed that the line item in Rose Titus was zero. And we said, well, the people, when they put in their invoice, they had Rose Titus in the subject matter. So when we went to go pay it out of other contractual services, the state rejected the payment saying this should come out of Rose Titus. We explained to them what our position was, and we still believe that our position is valid. But in order to get these people paid, we're going to do what the state asked us to do, which is to reallocate that money back from other contractual services to Rose Titus Garden. There's also another amendment moving money from the Green Space Initiative to our attorney fees, in the amount of how much? It's a part of
We moved 21,000 from green projects to legal services.
legal services, and that we were over budget because of all the real estate transactions that we've been doing. That line item went over budget, so we had to transfer there as well. Now, we're doing this, as I said, to satisfy the state. In researching all of this and talking with the county and other CRAs, I've been told that this is not something that we have to do because the CRA and the state basically is treating us as if we're the city's budget. In the city's budget, you have different funds within the city's budget, and so the reason why you all do budget amendments is because you're taking money from different funds within your budget. And our budget, it's only one fund. It's a redevelopment fund. All of our money goes towards redevelopment activity. So as long as our revenue doesn't change and our expenditures don't change, we shouldn't have to do budget amendments. But that's neither here nor there. We're doing it now in order for these contractors to get paid. So if you would pass this item, that would be helpful.
Okay, it was moved in second. Any questions from board?
I
Any questions from the board?
I just have one quick question, Madam Attorney. Madam Chair.
Job.
Mr. Walker, you said so this is inclusive of both budget amendments?
Yes, sir. because it said it references the attachment A.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see it in the title. That's why I asked. All right. All right.
Any other questions from the board members?
Madam Chair, no,
Yes.
no question, just a comment. Thank you for the clarification because I was a little bit confused. But I'm clear on what you just read. Well, let me just put it in layman's terms to make sure that I got it right.
Mhm.
So, in other words, we had exhausted, for whatever reason, the funds from the garden. Right? We put it elsewhere
Yes, ma'am.
to take care of what we need, the office supplies or something it was.
Other contractual services.
Right, okay. And you wanted to pay, or we wanted to pay the contractors out of that fund,
Other contractual services.
right? But according to the state, we can't do that. So now we have to put the money back into
Rose Titus.
to
To pay the contract.
So once we're done, would it go back to zero balance or?
Yes.
Okay, all right, okay, thank you.
And we're starting a new budget year, so everything will carry forward and get reallocated.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, if there be nothing else, Mr. Clerk. Roll call, please.
Board Member Santiago,
Yes.
Board Member Bass,
Yes.
Board Member Taylor, Vice Chair Williams,
Yes.
Board Chair Russell, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passed.
Madam Attorney, resolution 2A, please.
A resolution of the Opa-locka Community Redevelopment Agency, amending, approving, and adopting the Opa-locka Community Redevelopment Agency's proposed general operating and tax increment fund budget for the fiscal year commencing October 1st, 2025, and ending September 30th, 2026, as set forth in Exhibit A. Directing the interim executive director to transmit a copy of said budget to the State of Florida Oversight Board, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for severability, providing for conflict in repealer, providing for Scribner error, providing for an effective date.
Move it.
Moved by Board Member Taylor,
Second.
second by Board Member Bass. Any questions?
I have a couple questions, Madam.
Go
Chair.
ahead.
Mr. Director, the green projects, can you elaborate on that, please?
Sure. If you want, I can go down the
Yes,
list
please.
if you want, and then I can go over everything. So this is pretty, if you turn to 16, page 16 of 24 of your packet, this is pretty straightforward budget for our redevelopment fund for fiscal year 26. As you can see, the city tax increment revenue is $1,774,382. We're projecting revenue in the area of $70,000. The tax increment from the county came to $1,064,152 for a total tax increment revenue of $2,908,534. I'm sorry, $2,908,534. We have a carry forward balance from the previous year of $515,034. That's money from this year's budget that we haven't spent that we're carrying over to next year's budget. And we have interest earning projected at $130,000, which is total revenue of $3,553,568. Most of the administrative expenditures are staying the same. Some of them are, the accounting and audit, that's the same. Advertising and notice, 6,000, that's the same. Most of the stuff is the same. The county admin fee went up a little bit because of the increment went up. The fees are still the same. Insurance is still the same. Most of the things in administrative are still the same. Printing and binding. Out of town travel, we did up the out of town travel to 20,000 this year because more of you have decided to attend the conference in October. So we're moving that from 15,000 to 20,000 to cover that. Professional services is remaining the same at 85,000. I'm sorry, legal services is remaining the same at 85,000. Professional services, we're budgeting $392,700. The home improvement assistance program, we're reducing that from 250 to 135,000. And we're also looking to rework the program to bring the amount that we're giving each home down from 40,000 to a lesser amount so that we could get more out of that. Um, the commercial the commercial grants, we're moving from 800,000 to 150,000. Most of the key buildings that we wanted to take care of, we're still in the process of wrapping up. And so we're not anticipating adding any more to that program right now. That would be $1 million that we would have spent on that program. Micro business grant, we put in 100,000. That's down from 150,000. And just so you know, back in the beginning, you probably noticed that there's a big drop from last year to this year in terms of revenue. If you look in revenue last year, we had close to $8 million, 7.9 to be exact. And right now we're down to 3.5. So that basically is a huge drop from what we were working with last year. So this has been a tough budget to, not tough because, it's kind of straightforward, but we had to make more with less. And that big drop is because we purchased almost $4.5 million worth of property within the year. So that's where that fund came from. And that's why that line item is down. We we have to put in a home ownership rental assistance program. This is a line item that's required by the state of Florida, that we put 10% of our budget into affordable housing. So that's what that line item represents. It really is not going towards any particular program, but we're statutorily required to set that 10% aside. So that's 350,000. Now, if we want to come up with a housing program, a home program, later on in the year, that's where this money would come from. Or if we want to buy a piece of land later on in the year and it's for housing, that's where we could take this money from. So it's kind of like a parking space for affordable housing dollars. And that's at $350,000. We are working on an agreement with the police. We had hoped to give them $220,000 for a program, but because of our budget being short, we had to cut that to 120. So we're going to work with the police to come up with a program that we can work together on for $120,000. We are also budgeting for the code enforcement officer, $50,000 of computer equipment, 11,000, and other contractual services, 279. Going down to the projects, we are budgeting 150,000 for a streetscape project. And the streetscape project, that wording is a little misleading. But the idea is to finally employ a street cleaning team that we could put on the streets, Opa-locka residents. We've talked to different agencies that do this type of work. We're looking to bring an agency on to manage this program for us, where we have people cleaning the streets, doing landscaping, 5 days a week, where we would pay them and pay for the equipment to do that. And that would be streetscape. The green project, the mayor asking about this project. This project is, we had the idea of doing community gardens around the city, especially on lots that we own. It's kind of taken a while to get off the ground. We are now in the process of preparing agreements with different property owners that have asked for their properties to be put into the program. We actually started moving this. If you look on 2145 Alibaba, you'll see some sod that was put down there a couple weeks ago. They're starting that process. It is moving slow, but the idea is to create community gardens throughout the city. So we originally had, I think, 300 last year, but since we didn't use any of it, we were bringing it down to 100,000. The butterfly garden is at 0. Development assistance. This is a fund where we use to assist developers in developing an open property, open space property, infill housing. Also development assistance if somebody wanted to, that multifamily unit project that came before us, if they needed help refurbishing their place and we came up with an agreement, that money would come out of this pot. We usually put it at 850,000, but obviously this year, because of the crunch, we only have it at 620,000. We're also budgeting $250,000 to transfer to the city. So just so we're clear for the commission that are up here. There's 120 being transferred to the city is for police agreement. There's 50 for code enforcement being transferred to the city, and there's 250,000 of this $3 million budget being transferred to the city for park amenity programming. That's almost $500,000 going to the city.
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
um, Mr. Walker, I love the parks amenities and I love all of the other stuff, but the one that I'm questioning is the police agreement.
Mhm.
We're community development, CRA. Why we should be doing community? I don't, unless you can elaborate on that program. That's the one I just do not agree with.
Well, we had an initial discussion with the previous administration and the previous chief regarding cameras. That's where it started out. We were going to do cameras. That we were going to put cameras with inside. And again, community policing is a part of community revitalization. So we were looking to do something with the police.
Okay, and is this similar to what North Miami's doing with the ring cameras that they passed out in the CR? This is not that.
No, we haven't come up with.
We haven't come up with a.
We haven't come up. My idea is to use this for special. Now this is my idea. I'm not the police chief, and we haven't sat down. We sat down one time. We sat down one time and we started the conversation, but we haven't finished the conversation. So we don't know what this money is going to be used for right now. We're just setting it aside so that when we come up with an idea, it's there and it's ready to go. But my idea would be that for special operations that the police need to pay for overtime within the within the Opa-locka CRA, then we would take the money out of here. Most CRAs do partner with their local police for community policing programs, and so this was an effort to lend a hand in that area. If that's not the case, then we're.
I love the police department, love them dearly. However, we should use this to blighted areas in our city. $120,000 is a lot of money. And with that, we can paint a house. We can do a drama for the residents. I mean, I get it, but
So if the
Madam
board would,
Chair.
let me, I'm sorry, Madam
Uh,
Commissioner.
Are you done? Board Member Santiago.
Thank you, Madam Chair. To the CRA director. In a minute, I'd be thinking the board member Taylor talking something that I really don't like it, but changed my mind. I think that he's okay with that, with the idea to why we using money to the police department when we have situation when residents in the city. That's one of the points that you're putting on, no? Yes, okay. We have situation in the city, and I want to give you a good example. Chair Russell and myself, we have a neighbor, okay, very close to us. And that's the reason why that I want to talk, because that broke my heart, okay, that we have money for something that we know our police department doing very well, thank God, okay, because we try to make them, to go to the right way and with a good administration. I had a situation with that neighbor, okay, that she's one of the older neighbors here in the great city of Opa-locka. And today she living with no roof. No roofs at all. I don't want to say that, but my wife and myself, we do some initiative the last week. And let me tell you that everybody know what we do, that we cook. Okay, and we raising some fund to help that lady. And I say, how can my city have, money for some other resources? And the only thing that I heard from your department, Mr. Mr. Jason, is that house is not located in the area for CRA. And I say tonight, what we can do to use that funding that somebody really don't need it, okay, to helping other people that they not in that area or that zone for the CRA, including this, this zone, to see if we can help somebody there in that neighborhood.
Ki- uh, uh, I know that it was directed at you, Mr. Director. If it's okay,
Go ahead, go ahead.
I would be curious to know. So my gut, and I might be wrong, is that we are bound by the state to use our funds in only a certain district. That is how we were created for that reason. And so we have a covenant. We are bound by that. But I think I might turn the question on our sitting city commissioners up here who have a larger footprint. Is there something that you all can do through the city budget to actually help this resident? And my heart goes out to her. I can only imagine not having a roof over your
Yes,
house,
yeah.
but is there something that the city can do to help support her?
Well, they can't answer that.
We
among
can answer
themselves.
that.
They
Yeah.
can't
Yes,
answer that
thank you.
among themselves, but I think that we're all moving in the same direction. Board Member Santiago, I think that we could try to find, the county had a program that they were replacing roofs.
Yeah,
So-
we already go through that, Madam Chair Russell, and they don't have no funding. But thank God that we be research around, and today I have some documents very important for the state, okay, the state of Florida, and we're gonna try to do the best we can through them. Okay, and I want to say that I only bring that situation
Yes.
because I heard board member Taylor,
Yes.
okay, when all his heart, and he's right, we using sometimes funding for something that really we don't need, okay, to doing it. And the question for Madam Chair Williams, okay, all my colleagues, they know the situation that we have, okay, all over the great city of Opa-locka, and we're working together to see if we can take the city out of any situation right now. And I know that together we're gonna make that city to look better and to be better. And really, if we have the power or we have the resources, okay, to helping somebody like that, I'm be sure that this commissioner chamber gonna do in this government. This government. But just remember that we tie, okay, and whatever we do, we have to do it through legal, procedures, and also we have to counting, okay, to be approved by the state of Florida.
Yes.
Thank you, but let's see what we can do in the future for that.
Yes, we're definitely, Board Member Santiago, I feel you. I know our neighbor, we've been going through this for quite some time, and she's one of the oldest members within the city. So if we put all of our resourceful minds together, we probably can come up with something, make some calls down to the county, because they're getting ready to move into a New Year's budget. So maybe with the New Year's budget, they will have some funds available, and we can maybe talk to our county commissioner to see about making that a priority. And I'll make some calls. I know everybody will try to do whatever we can. Jackie's she's a good neighbor. She's a good neighbor. And
Yep.
anywhere she could help, she always does. So
Madam-
although our hands are tied, we'll see what we can do within the other resources that we come in contact with. Thank you, Board Member Santiago.
Madam Chair, yes.
Yes.
I have a few questions to the director about the budget. I'll ask them all at the same time. So I'm curious, under city tax increment revenue, why the amount is the exact same. Does that not go up with property taxes? I just Might be my ignorance.
Yeah. It does, and I don't know. Let me check that.
Okay. On the interest earnings, I wondered if maybe what we're estimating for interest earnings might be a little high, only because we'll have less money sitting in the bank. So we had 7.5 or just under 7.5 million last year, and now we've got a little more than half of that, if I think my math's correct. So I wonder if maybe our interest might actually be a little bit lower than what we're estimating here. And then I would like to ask, can you explain the streetscapes plan to me again? My apologies. I think I had some concerns about it, but can you explain it to me one more time?
First of all, on those two, we're gonna double check those numbers there. Those are good points there. I think that I know that this is what it is this year, so we got to go back to make sure to see what it was last year.
Okay.
I know that's what it is this year. On the streetscape thing, it's a street cleaning crew, so they'll have garbage cans,
Yep.
landscaping material.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't love that. My gut is telling me that we'll clean up the streets for a year, and then when we take this money out of the budget, they will go back to being not as nice. And I wonder if there's room for us to direct these dollars somewhere where we can have change that will live well beyond the money that you invested in it this year. So a lot of the things that I see you investing in, and investing on behalf of the board, these are things that live on for a while in the community. And so this one I wasn't a huge fan of, just because there's already somebody cleaning up the streets, and we can clean up the streets one day and then, they'll be dirty again tomorrow. And so I don't know that that's where I believe we should be spending our money. So just my own thoughts.
Can I
Board Member Taylor.
piggyback on Miss Nikisha Williams? I'm trying to call you by your title. But the streetscapes, is that something that we can do? Maybe beautify the medians or something like that? Actually beautifying the city. Is that can that be a part of streetscapes?
Can I build on that? So I think that's a great idea, right? So if I were to go a level deeper, like, can we install sprinkler systems, right? So I think there's some issues with us planting some trees in different areas because they don't get enough water, if I'm not mistaken. So like, I'd much prefer to like install not just beautify, but install permanent stuff that then will allow us to do more. So I'll offer that.
Okay, so and then I'm gonna dig even deeper. Can you all provide maybe a proposal or plan for streetscapes? I I understand your plan that you have already, but something else, something more. So beautifying the medians, adding what was the sprinklers, planting trees, planting plants, shrubbery, something. Like she said, the lasting change that people can actually appreciate and see.
Maintenance.
And maintenance.
Yes.
So, because it's there. It's there.
Board Member Bass.
Thank you. I'm also thinking about crosswalks, because if you look through Opa-locka, there's so many streets without crosswalks. So maybe we can look into that as well.
It's a city issue though.
But we won't be able to do it within our CRA? Okay.
Madam Chair.
Sad.
Yes, sir. You done, Bass?
Thank
Board
you.
Member Santiago.
Thank you. I said I asked you because I know she's finished. Well, it's good to to hear everything that we talk and we say. Okay, we know these programs, and for the beautification of the city. But we forgot something that is more important right now, and I know it's so many residents and people that we live here that we passing through. We have a beautification team here in the city, okay, running by the city administration and public work. And last night we touched that with the manager, okay, and we try to keeping work all the time because the comment for Vice Chair Williams, she say you would like we don't have no constant to
Constant,
doing
continuous.
constant
Right.
to do the job that we're supposed to do. Clean the city is not only one day, it's every single
Every
day.
Yes.
Okay, to keeping the way this is supposed to be. With crosswords in the street and all that type of work, we have also a program that started yesterday some study, okay, that they're gonna cover up that. I don't know if we keep on talking about the money that they want to use for our police department to use it for other teams. Why we don't think about the social programs?
Social programs.
Yes, social programs.
Oh, social programs.
Programs. Yeah, we have remember a lot of problem here when drugs, alcohol. Okay, when young people that we can help them right now.
Mhm.
That they don't have even place to live, or and this is something good that we can do to reinstatement life for all these young people that we have around.
So Board Member Santiago, you are saying that you would like for us to, we as a CRA, I don't think we can provide the services, but I think we could partner with agencies and that provide those services and fund them. We can fund them. So that is something that we can look at. We haven't done that
Yeah.
yet in the CRA. So that's something that we could definitely look at.
I understand the part of Madam Chair Russell, but we've been talking about to not using something that is there now for one of our department where we can use it for something else.
Yes.
I know that we can work in all over around, especially, one of my colleagues have an ideas in the future to do something great here in the city, okay, with a social program. And for sure, that's something that is going to impact, the city because we really need it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And what I'm
Yes,
talking
so-
about now, the funding that we have to give into the police department, let's see if we do something different. Thank you.
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
and if you don't mind, and then we can
Yes, go
call the
ahead.
question.
Okay.
Mr. Director, so under that police agreement, and this is piggybacking off of what Commissioner Santiago was just talking about. Other cities have agreements with the police department where they're doing social services as it relates to security. So they're giving ring cameras, and then you have to have access to the police has to have access to it in order to stop crime in certain areas. Something like a program like that, not paying overtime, but something like that.
And it directly affects the
And
residents.
it directly affects the residents. And we pay it for a couple months, and we give them the ring camera, and then the only thing that we require is that the police department has to have access to those ring cameras. I think the city of North Miami did it, and I don't know the other one.
I would say ring cameras and more lighting.
And lighting, there you go. Those kind of programs for police. Yeah, he's right. And agreements.
Yeah, and the lighting, I think is a safety issue as well, and it helps the police department when the street is better lighted. So I know that our director, they're taking notes down there, and they will take these ideas that we have, recommendations that we have, and try to make sure that they put them in the budget and rework what they have and bring it back to us. So, okay, Mr. Director, we are at capital projects. Oh, we're done.
Yeah, we
Oh,
done.
yeah, okay.
And we already vote for the second one, right?
No, we haven't voted on
Not
that.
yet. Oh, okay.
By the way, we're gonna go back and check this number that the vice chair brought up. But it is gonna be in the positive. There's looks like a Scribner's error here on the budget, but it will be in the positive. So we can pass it and then we'll do a Scribner's error, but it's gonna be more than what's here. So
Okay.
any extra,
Ain't good then.
yeah.
Okay, there being no other questions, we had we moved it every second, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Mr. Clerk,
Board Member Bass. Board Member Taylor.
Yes.
Vice Chair Williams.
Yes.
Board Member Santiago.
Yes.
Board Chair Russell.
yes.
Motion has passed.
Okay, Mr. Director, if you would go over the discussion items. We got
So if you take a look at this piece of paper here,
Yes.
this is a property that I'm looking to purchase. It's at 2100 Lincoln Avenue. You see where it's yellow is circle
yes,
highlighted.
yes.
Also, the property to the south of that property. So you see those two properties. Unfortunately, they didn't highlight the other one. So those two properties there.
To the south, so that
So we
would
get
be
both of
across
them?
the street.
Yes.
How did I know what is the south? And
I know.
yeah,
You just go underneath it.
No,
okay,
but
this
that
is
would you-
this is south,
South
and this
would
is
be-
north.
No,
Oh.
This is
north. This is south.
okay, now yeah, boy.
So
Okay.
I made an assumption. Tell me.
North.
This is north.
That's what I
this is
thought.
south.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, north, south.
And so just so I understand, we're getting both in this deal. It's just not highlighted, correct? Okay, beautiful. And okay, it's Duval and Lincoln. Okay.
Wow.
Washington and Lincoln. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that 2440?
Hello.
Actually-
Hola, estoy
Madam Chair,
Wait.
Madam Chair,
Can we get clarity first, please?
that's exactly where that is. It's right across the street from,
Hold on.
no, we're not. Where,
That's-
Ariel Lundy's townhouses are, it's the store right across that.
Oh,
That's not what I was
No,
thinking. I'll just
so,
Google Maps.
Mr. Director, so that encompasses that store? Oh,
Mhm.
oh.
Mr. Director,
The store and the empty lot.
Oh, that's
Right
a
next
store
to-
there.
Yes.
Madam Chair,
Oh, I know exactly where this
Madam
is.
Chair.
Okay, you wanna, talk about it, Ms.?
So basically, before I go any further, I mean, we try to research areas within the CRA to do redevelopment projects. This is something that we stumbled upon that I think could be promising for a housing project, for a future housing project. Mainly because if you look at everything else,
It's green.
it's green, and everything else, most of that.
Yeah, Madam Chair.
Sorry, we're all well,
Yeah.
I think orienting ourselves in terms of where it's at. That's what it is. You have our undivided attention at this point. You have our undivided attention.
No. The only thing that I see. Yeah.
Okay, we're with you.
So this is the site here,
Yeah,
and this is the site.
yeah.
And the rest of this site, up to here, which we know the owners, we know all the owners of this place. These are private owners on the end here. But all of this is owned by Miami-Dade County. So we're hoping that if we,
What part is owned
Let's let him-
by Dade County?
Let's let him finish, guys. Let's let him finish.
everything, all the green that you see.
Thank
The
you,
whole
Leo.
block
Thank
Yeah.
you.
is owned by the. Oh my God.
So what we're hoping to do is purchase this and either approach the county to have us lead a redevelopment effort for this area, or purchase it and have them lead an effort for redevelopment on this area by securing these corner properties. Now, the reason I have this before you today is because before I go any further in negotiating and talking with the owner, we did do an appraisal. I wanted to do the appraisal before we came to you. The appraisal came out, I think it's attached in your packet. The appraisal came out at $675,000 for both properties. So both properties are included at 675. Now the owner came back to us and said that I understand that this is what your appraisal says, but I'm gonna need 10% more than that.
That's another 6.
So it's another,
So we're looking at 720,000 maybe?
correct,
About,
for
okay.
the two properties.
I'm lost. What do you say? Okay, the value
So the value of the property
is
is
$600,000
$675,000, I believe,
for both corner,
for both corners.
and you offer them.
$775,000.
That's what you offer them.
That's what I'm offering. Now they
And
came
he
back.
want more money.
They wants more money. Now I can't go back to him and offer him more money above my appraisal value unless I have some comfort that the board is willing to do that. And so that's why I'm bringing this up for discussion tonight, so that if there is no objection to offering 10% more of the value, then I will continue my conversations with the owner to try to purchase this property.
Well,
Is that an open floor to ask a question to him?
yes,
Madam Chair? Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
but
Well,
you could
yeah.
go.
Okay. Well, I see the whole block, and believe me, is something interesting, because there's a lot of future there. The point is, you say you offered already the owner for each one 375 for each one of the corner
It's 675
altogether.
Yeah, altogether. It's not
For the
exact-
for the whole, for both corner, the yellow one and the black one here.
correct.
Wow. Okay. And he want a little bit more.
What's a little bit more?
And thinking to the future, in a couple of more months or 7 months or a year, you own the land there. The way the real estate go, I believe the value of that land is going to be over $700, over $700,000. That we can ask him or tell him about a number of offer to the owner.
What?
No.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, we can suggest.
I ask him.
But he's already telling us that he wants to go back to offer. That's what you're telling us.
Yeah,
You want to offer him the 725 because you think that it's just that great of an opportunity.
But why 725? He told you that?
10% more than what the
10% more.
Then
What
the
about?
appraised price.
Yeah, what about if you tell him, well, all the the chair they offer you 5% more? Hey, to see what he say. Yeah,
Yeah,
the ability to negotiate it, but
But if he's going to negotiate, we should not be having this conversation like this.
So that's why I'm asking that without objection, I can move on and continue my conversations.
Madam Chair?
Okay, go ahead, Board Member Taylor.
And this, but sorry, Madam Chair, sorry, Mayor, this will also have to come back to you for a vote for the final offer as well. So this is just giving me room to negotiate. It'll come back with the final offer, but I can't offer him more than what the appraisal says unless I'm confident that I'm gonna have the votes to get that done.
that's a good point.
I'm gonna say this, Mr. Director, I am really excited that you're pushing for this, because this area, and you know why, with this tree and this building, she understands why, will completely change the triangle. Because yeah. It will completely help the area and completely change the area. Once it's developed, once it's actually bought, it will completely change the area. Yeah, so I am excited. I am in full support of it. And yeah, do what you got to do. And I'm like Commissioner Santiago, try to shoot for the low ball.
But we cannot talk about that now.
Mr. Chair, I have a question. Is this property like on the market right now, or is this off market?
Off market.
Dealing? Okay,
Ooh,
all right.
that's good.
Okay, I'm ready for the vote.
Oh, yeah.
To vote.
We don't have.
Oh, we don't have to vote.
We
Oh,
just have to
okay.
give him the
Yeah,
okay.
Charlie directed him,
Got it.
you know, to
Okay.
go ahead.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's good. That's that.
He's
Okay.
just discussing it and we're giving him the nod
Okay.
to say that we're in agreement with you, negotiating with him to get that. And
Yes.
listen,
Got
I
it.
think that is wonderful. And have you had conversation with our commissioners yet? Our commission office?
No, that's we talked about that the other day. That's our next step.
Okay.
But we want to be confident that we can get it, and if we can get it, then that gives us the power to go and talk to the county.
Yes, most
And
definitely.
there's also some other stuff that we're working on. Unfortunately, we don't have that much money, so it's taking a back seat, but we're working to try to get around that by doing some type of seller financing possibly. But then that's a big issue as well, because we still have to go to the county and the city for approval to incur debt. We haven't had to do that with the purchase of the properties that we've done in the past because we paid cash. But the process of going to the county and to the city is a long process. So we're going to try to avoid that. And if we can scrape up money here and there, we'll be coming back for budget amendments to move money around to make some big purchases soon.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I don't know if this is possible through CRAs, but Madam Attorney can probably weigh in and the director. Can CRAs apply for grants?
Yes,
We can.
yes.
All right. So maybe we should bring on a grant writer to help offset some of the social service parts of the CRA to help with funding. And then, yeah,
I agree.
just a consideration for your consideration.
All right, sounds good, Mr. Director.
Yep.
We got
Oh, I'm sorry,
One more.
Mr. Director.
We finish?
Oh, you can go back. You think you can go back to your seat now?
After that.
Um, yeah.
Okay.
There will-
Director, if you are able to give a brief update on where we are with the properties we have already purchased?
Thank you. That kind of ties into our next discussion item, which is the property management company. So I'm just having this discussion with you because I know that the board voted to ask me to hire a property management company. We received 3 bids for those services. I believe the bids they weren't high, but I think for what we have, they were high. And in terms of what we can do in-house, I know Vice Mayor Kelly was very adamant about not having us collect rent and things like that, and not having us interface with tenants. But at the same meeting, you also voted to ask us to remove those tenants. So basically what I'm asking is that we give me a little time on this property management thing. I think that we can do some of this stuff in-house without spending a large amount of money, having somebody else do it for us. We've already started the process through our attorney's office. They sent over vacate letters today that we will review tomorrow. So tenants in the Pink Shopping Plaza will soon get notices to vacate. So when that happens, I mean, there's no need for a property manager anyways, right? So I'm just asking that we hold off on hiring a property manager. To directly answer the point of Board Member Bass, we're putting the finishing touches on the RFP for the restaurant. It's actually mostly complete. We'll be sending out a draft to you all probably later, maybe tomorrow. We'll send out a draft just to ask for your comments. And at the meeting in October, we'll ask you to vote on doing an RFP for that building. As far as the church is concerned, the church is, by the way, we're going to be calling you to set up a meeting. Well, actually, whenever any of you want to go and tour any of these places, please let us know. You don't have to do it together. You can do it individually. There was some thought of having the church as an event space for the interim, but no decision has been made. It is operational. If you walk in there, it's basically, I mean, if it was a house, they say bring your toothbrush with you. It's turnkey. We're already going to do some little upgrades. We're going to paint the fence on the outside that needs painting. We're going to paint the entrance signs and put a welcome sign there. We fixed the gate. We did the lawn maintenance. We're going to start doing that on a more regular basis. But other than that, it's a wait and see. Now we are working on two RFPs, request for proposals, to develop both of these sites. And those RFPs should be ready either in late October or early November, hopefully late October. And at that point, you will have the opportunity to vote on what you want to do for the future of these downtown properties. You're either going to vote to send out the RFP to ask for developers for proposals, or you're going to vote against sending out RFP to ask for developers for proposals. But we're going to have that ready for you so that you can have that vote. And that's where we are on those properties that we purchase.
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
and sorry, and I know that I'll leave that alone. Never mind.
Well, I think that, moving forward with the tenants, one thing I think that we should think about, Mr. Director, if we're going to, see about doing it in-house, I suggest that you get an accountant. An accountant that will handle the books at least for you all, that you don't have to be bothered with that, so that when you have the audit, you could give them that portion of it, and there's no problem. So I don't have a problem with you all holding off on the property management for a while, but my suggestion is that you all get a accountant to handle the books for that property, for those properties.
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
may I excuse myself to leave?
No.
I
I'm sorry. I was just kidding.
No problem. That's how I'm gonna tell my wife.
No, we're about to.
Okay, good.
We're about to close the meeting down anyway, but that's all you have for us tonight?
Yes, ma'am. We'll have a bigger agenda in October.
Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, anything from my board members? Anything that you all want to discuss?
Nope. This is great.
Okay, sounds great to me. Motion to adjourn?
Move it.
I'll second.
Okay, motion to adjourn. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.